Well, hello, what the heck is that? Get out of here.
It's a surprise.
Where are we? What is happening? Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice. Gotta figure out what the heck, why that even happened. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. And the music ain't going in the music spot. Let's try that again. There we go. There we go. Now there's music. Good Lord. Hi, we are here with our lovely crew from the moon that was once new, the new moon. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. If this is your first time here and you have no idea what this is, hi. We're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Having 4 parties, this many, for now, living, existing, breathing, partying. It's a party, y'all. In the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world that is called Astera. So if this is your first time here, what's up? We hope you have a blasty blast and enjoy. A couple of announcements before we get into it. First and foremost, guess what is live and out and available for you to take a look at and check out? Guess. Can you guess? Can you guess?
What is it?
It's me.
Man, it's Brandon. Look at him. Just look at him.
Live, available to look at.
Look at that.
Aw,
Just look at it.
Aww.
So while that is...
Can we just say that we love Brandon real quick?
We love...
Like,
all right, ready?
One,
1, 2, 3.
one,
We
two,
love
three.
you,
We love you,
Brandon.
Brandon.
I hate you guys.
While that is true, and Brayden is lovely to look at and listen to and think of fondly, no, it's the new D&D campaign that is currently called Abravar. It is our 5th campaign that we are releasing to be available for Thursday. Okay, all right, Kay.
Brand new image scorer. Never seen it before.
If you did one of these, yep. Oh my gosh, there it is. It's a brand new 5th campaign that we are releasing for Thursday nights, available for we have 3 spots still open. We just released it on Sunday, and dang, it's half full. So get going at it. Go get it. There's a lot of information about it. People have been, I guess we're simplifying to the idea of in a fantasy world. What's in a fantasy world? Let me say it one more time. In a fantasy world, what could be better than trains and guns? In a fantasy world. In a fantasy world. In a fantasy world. Trains and guns, y'all. It is in a land that is close by to Imea, the place that we know and love and have loved for over 3.5 years, kind of coming up close to 4, I believe.
Wow,
I believe.
Congrats.
Yeah. It is in a country that is close by, and it's super exciting. Very, very excited to be able to kind of have that added part to the tales of Astera. So if you're interested in learning more information and possibly signing up, you can do so by going to startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. That will take you to the sign-up sheet where you'll see there's kind of some limited information there. You can obviously reach out to me from that link as well if you are interested and just want to have a couple questions and whatnot. But like I said, I would recommend, if you're like, I'm like 90% sure I'm good. I have this one little thing of like wondering, well, but what if, is this going to be, just sign up. Just do it. And then I'll answer the question and it'll probably be good. It'll probably be a good answer. And then you'll want to play. So do it. But I mean, man, it would suck if you were like, well, I'll ask this one question when I think about it, and then it's all full and there's no more. Right? That'd be, But I mean, then you get to watch it, which is cool too. Anyways, check it out. Startplaying.game/GM/It's a Long Story for traveling to the land of Abravar. I believe we kind of we put it as Abravar riding the rails of fate. Super excited about it. And as I have mentioned over the past couple weeks, until we start session 1, I will answer one question that any of the players may have. They're not having a question is fine also, by the way, but I will say Evan asked a really good one last day, which was yesterday. Yeah, it was a really, really good one. Asked if there was anyone in our current campaigns that are from Abravar.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And what did I answer? You gotta go back and check it out. I'm not giving it away. But yeah, you guys ready? All right. So first person to ask the question gets to hear me answer it. 3, 2, 1, go.
I have a question. What is the political structure of Abravar? Like, do they have a king? Do they have a?
It is a. The correct terminology eludes me right now, but it is not a monarchy. It is designed to be more of a democratic government system. So I think,
like Parliament.
Yeah, I would say if you had watched Gangs of New York, the concept is, democratic government system. The
It's a wild pull.
process of it. Watch Gangs of New York. It's a really great movie. But
You said Parliament, and I went George Clinton with it, so I'm all over the place.
it's so George Clinton from Parliament Funkadelic.
And James
in this
was
game.
from Gangs of New York.
Gangs of
Oh
New
my
York.
goodness.
Battle it out.
And Bootsy Collins is there.
He's reffing, which is messed up considering he's probably pretty biased. Anyways, check out Parliament Funkadelic on cassette tape in your nearest FYE. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one today, gang. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
On one.
Beautiful. Yes. So to answer your question, it is not a monarchy. It is not a South Imaean system. It is designed to be. Everything points to the concept of progress and industry. Everything is set up to evolve quickly and efficiently, and making sure that everybody gets, their fair share. But don't ask about these other people over there.
So
That was my next question.
It's definitely not communism. Definitely not communism. No. I'll say, it's not communism, and the idea of all these socialistic sort of things of communism are not in place at all. No, it is. It's a government. Good question. Cool. That is it for those announcements. We are wrapping up Humblewood most likely this Saturday. We'll see. It might actually have to go to another week, but I believe I'm going to check the listings right now to be absolutely sure. I believe we might have one more spot open for that. Bear with me. There you go. Yeah, there's only 5 people. So if you are interested in playing Humblewood Silk and Sunder in the middle of their grand fight for their very lives and for the Alderheart tree itself, Humblewood Silk and Sunder, that's where you can go. Startplaying.game/It's a Long Story. And that's kind of what it looks like. That was the thing we did for the whole summer, and it was awesome, and it was great, and it is awesome and great because it's not over. Check it out. That's all I got to say to that. Lastly, if you're interested in supporting the channel, best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you are watching it, whether this is on YouTube or Twitch. Whether you're seeing us on YouTube or Twitch, but also to check out our Instagram and TikTok down below, where we might have some more information about some of the coming stuff that's going on with the new campaign and clips of our favorite moments, some silly moments, some fun moments, some maybe dark moments, some cool terrain stuff. It's super cool. Check it out. It's a blast. Cool. Super excited for tonight. So before we get into it, we do need to get a recap of where we left off. Also, by the way, Jack is coming. He'll be here. He's just running a little late. Nathan, would you please do the recap for us?
Certainly. Last time on New Moon. Sorry, I had to do it at least once. The gang threw a rager in the family. I'm talking. Oh, you want me to keep going, Brandon? This is going to be terrible, and it's all your fault now. The gang threw a rager in the family with a live performance, stage, disco ball, fog machine. They also met a friendly little drug dealer who decided time to give things out, and Prisha just might have gotten a little too much. All the guys stripped. I can't. All the guys stripped. Adim played the bouncer and helped Helga through a rough night after Ianthe had mean-girled her.
I heard all the guys stripped and then a break, and I'm back. And I'm concerned.
Oh, no. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
Titian became the master of alcohol and then blasted a stoner into a coma.
He blasted himself into a coma by touching my scar, though, to be fair.
True,
I
but
tried to keep him from it.
You know. Green was the responsible adult, took care of Alyssa, tried to make sure she stayed away from illicit things, although she did steal some wine. Okay. Let's see. Ianthe performed some songs of joy with Helga, and then some heartfelt ballads that made everyone in the audience cry. Jet got laid, and then on his way back, trying to help out Helga with her job and to keep her caught up since she provided all the alcohol, spotted a Myconid. At the same time as this, Prisha put on the new armor that was given to her and started sensing them moving because it had tremor sense. And I believe that's where we ended. Did I miss anything important, everybody? Remember, just jump in and say I'm stupid or whatever.
Basile told Adim in no flat out terms not to trust the family.
Not to send the people from Mir there. Yes.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, didn't say don't trust the family, just saying it would be best if you found other means to do so for their sake.
I knew I forgot something.
Also, I backed out there for a second, but I just want to make sure, do we talk about Prisha's interesting connection on donning the armor that she had in the middle of the party?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Awesome. Cool. Also, you guys should be able to hear the music now. Cool. All right. Also, let me know if like my mic's too loud or anything like that. There's small things as we're switching back over to this mic, which I'm excited about. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Assuming that is all of it, I believe we are good to jump in to our party. So let's do it. Oh wait, I think it was this one. Crap, I made two of them real quick. Having this one. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, so as we are live with the music and the dancing and the funness. There is very little means for alarm or anything like that for certain members of our party who are still in the midst of the festivities. Mainly Ianthe and Titian and Grian. All three of you guys are still kind of in the mix. As you were all kind of say like maybe drink in hand, just kind of like nodding and kind of having conversations, specifically trying to avoid a certain turtle who is somewhat long-winded in conversation. I would like you all to roll me a perception check, and then one by one I'll kind of ask what it is you guys are specifically wanting to do or are looking for.
I didn't warm up any of my dice, so this could go great or bad. Yeah.
Do you want us to just tell it to you, or do you want to just...
Yeah, let's go ahead and just get those perception checks in general. Actually, no. Yeah, that's a good point. So we'll start with Titian.
Sure.
Titian, what are you looking for?
Mechanically, I rolled a 16. Titian is conflicted right now because he wants nothing more to start drinking and joining the party, but he also feels compelled to figure out what's going on with this comatose person, and like he feels a little bit at fault, I guess. So he's actually looking for Kavish in this moment. Who he assumes would be like the best healer he knows in this area, especially healer that has anything to do with magic.
Gotcha.
So I think he's walking through the party just sort of looking for Kavish.
Okay. Roll me a luck roll.
That's a 3.
Cool.
If you put that elderly turtle on me before that 3, Joe, I swear.
Here goes my mouse. No. Instead, you get this very interesting looking individual that you didn't see come in, and you feel like you would have seen them because of what they look. You notice like pale skin, very kind of like skimpy sort of attire for compared to what the rest of them are, and seems to kind of like walk with a sense of like airiness about herself. Not in any sort of like regality, but she seems to be able to kind of like move and shift through the crowd with ease. You are not familiar with who this is at all, but above board, this is Cylindra, who's one of the council leaders. You see her come through, walk up to you. Oh, hello.
Yeah, hey, hello, it's nice to meet you. Titian will extend his hand.
Extends a hand out like this.
Sure.
Oh.
Is this how you shake hands now, or no?
Sure, absolutely. This is a very lovely, albeit very loud get together that we're having tonight. I assume you're one of the newcomers.
Yeah, I'm with that group. Name is Titian. It's nice to meet you.
Titian, lovely.
And your name is?
My name is Cylindra. I am one of the Elder Council.
Titian will kind of partly bow now, but it's nice to meet you, Cylindra. It's,
no need for that.
So, what do you when Cylindra says party, now that we've done that, I would love to do an insight check to see if they're like annoyed or like how they might be feeling about the party.
Go for it.
Mind you, I'm rolling at disadvantage on everything. Oh boy, this stinks. Okay, insight. That's an 8. That's a natural 3. Okay.
You see this rather interesting sort of loftiness about her. The idea that she's a council leader might strike you as odd at first because she seems to be a little like flighty. There's no real sense of like you being able to kind of grasp any sort of gravity of your words that you're saying.
Yeah, we just thought it'd be like a well, actually, I mean, I just was told about it a little while ago before it started, but I think the idea was just to show our, our appreciation for taking us in a moment. It's also been a tough road for us, so we kind of wanted to let off a little bit of steam ourselves and kind of celebrate with our new friends and the family,
Of course. Yes, I believe you are in good company from many of our guests come from very similar hardships and backgrounds. Perhaps not the same as you, but most likely just as difficult.
Yeah, I think so. Are you? Have you always been a part of the family, or like? It sounds like you've really been around to welcome people in for quite a bit.
I was one of the original members. For me, it was an interest in understanding the communal aspect of nature. I do feel often as I am an outsider looking in.
Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. It's hard to kind of find yourself on the outside, right? Trying to like figure out where your sort of place is in it, But seems like you created a wonderful space for people here.
Yes, they seem to like it.
What do you mean seemed? Are you not sure if they like it?
Well, carrying that same weight of... Yes, I'm sure they like it.
Hey, Cylindra, can I ask you a question real quick?
Of course.
Feel free not to answer if you don't want to. It's just kind of at the forefront of my mind right now. Would you like a drink?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy, persuasion. That'll be a 13.
I would love one. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to pull into my bag of holding and pull out my swill.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, ball of booze, 3 X's on the side of it, looks murky in color. Tishy's going to pop the cap off of it. Let's be honest, he's screwing the cap off of it. He's just going to go, I don't really have any glasses here, but you're more than welcome to just take a nip. It kind of, it's strong enough that it sanitizes the lip of the bottle every time you take a swig.
Yes.
And he'll hand it right to Cylindra. Does she take it?
She'll take it, yeah. Is this all of it?
that's all of that. I have hold on one second. That's all of that. I have 48 other bottles on me right now. If we need more, we can get more.
I see. So this is a normal amount. Ah, lovely.
Well, normal is subjective, but
She just starts to drink. She just drink the bottle. She does not stop.
hey, no, you can. No, Cylindra, you might want to. No, you not too much. You want to just take it a gulp at a time. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It'll knock your. It'll. Okay, you okay?
Let's see if she's okay. Oh.
Yeah,
Well.
That'll put some go in your giddy up, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Lot of words you said right now that I am trying to seem that I understand, but I don't.
Hey, it's all right. I don't understand most of the words that come out of my mouth either. You know what, Cylinder? I like you. You seem pretty fun. Are all the people in charge as fun as you are?
No.
Oh. Okay, you gotta tell me now. Which one would you suggest I stay away from then?
Oh, well, I'm going to hand that back to you.
Oh, sure.
Okay, all right.
Tishy's gonna take a drink himself now. He's just drinking with a little friend. He's drinking with a new friend.
New friend, you got it. Theros can be a bit of a bother.
Oh, all right. Just kind of a meanie in some ways, you know what I mean? Like, I see a little bit of a grudge.
I've heard this phrase used before. A curmudgeon.
Oh, yeah.
I quite enjoy that word.
That's a good one. That's a good word. Yeah, that grouch, yeah. It's
Grouch.
Grouch. Yeah. Call him Oscar because he sure is a grouch, if you know what I mean.
Theros is his name.
Theros. Yeah. So Theros, is he the worst one? Is he the only bad one, or are there other ones? There's usually more than one, but
none of them are bad. Just others that are. Well, depending on the situation, we all have our strengths and weaknesses.
Oh yeah. I would assume that y'all were. Pardon my ignorance, but I assumed everyone on the council was druids, so I figured y'all would have at least similar strengths and similar weaknesses.
No, not at all. At least for me, I'm not even. I believe in community because of what I've seen. My family handles things very differently.
Oh. Is your family different than this? Teaching a point at the party. Than this family right here? Do you have a second family or? Here, take another swig here. We're passing it back and forth now.
This was mine, and then it was yours, and now it's mine again.
No. It's ours.
Communal, I understand. Typically, we say some sort of prayer before we do that.
Oh.
Is that not?
No, we can say a prayer if you want. I mean, I'll pray with you.
I don't usually start.
You don't usually start?
Start.
Oh, okay. I mean, why don't this time you? Okay, I'll start. Gods are good. Gods are great. Let's get drunk.
Very like a benediction.
Yeah, it's just one that we used to say around the dinner table growing up.
Gods are great. Gods are good. Let's get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Just and still like Titian. I think this time around you're like, is she getting that she doesn't take the whole thing? Oh no, she's not getting it. She's not getting it. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna take it sooner this time, knowing that she doesn't have like an off switch. Yeah. No, we don't. I'm just gonna.
Is there a timer or some sort of? Is there a countdown?
I usually give it a 2 to 3 count myself, just otherwise people will start talking. That's just
23 counts.
No, two or 3, not 20.
Which one?
Whatever your heart feels in the moment, really, or doesn't feel.
Fascinating.
You
There is so much spirituality going on in this interaction.
I'm a paladin, and I've been really working on my spirituality recently. Had a lot of things happening to me that's made me really. It's really brought into perspective some of my beliefs.
You're a paladin.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, basically, first thing I know about paladins, we're strong as fuck. We're also very good at everything, basically. And our only weakness is our own limitations.
So you're gods then?
It may appear that way, but I'm a man. I'm just a Leonin like anyone else. If you cut me, I will bleed.
Like a demigod then?
Sure. No. More like what's under a demigod. Junior demigod, maybe? I don't know how to
A
describe it.
patron of some sort?
Sure. I'm a servant of,
Are you Fae? Are you an archfey?
No. I'm a Leonin. From House Mall, originally.
Okay. Cool. Oh,
we follow the eminence where I'm from. It's sort of this whole thing, and yeah.
are you supposed to be here?
Are any of us supposed to be here? Really?
I've heard in limited conversations involving the phrase Hasamal.
Oh, what did you hear?
Well, normally it's more of what I see, a upturning of the nose, a flaring of the nostrils.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, I was actually kicked out of my old home because they were, they were jerks. Hasamal's kind of ruled over by a bunch of bad people. That's sort of the tough story I was alluding to earlier in our conversation.
So you're a fallen demigod struck down to the material plane.
Demigod's a strong term. I'm not a deity of any sort. I'm more.
But you were.
I'm a champion of a deity. Like, I'm champion of the eminence. And I'm not fallen. I'm more choosing to forge my own path, you might say.
I see.
Yeah. Which some would say takes more strength.
Certainly. It's very difficult to go from one plane to the next.
Yeah, I've been on at least 2 planes now. No, 3 planes. I've been on 3 planes right now. Yeah. I've seen, I've seen 4 different afterlives in my life.
Goodness.
Yeah. It's a tough road.
Well, Titian, or may I say your holiness, your eminence, I believe.
No titles. I'm just Titian. Just call me Titian. I'm not a god. Again, not a.
Because
I'm
we're
just-
hiding it. Because of your pilgrimage away from your land.
No, Cylindra. I think you're a little drunk. And this is not hitting the right. I think I've misrepresented. I'm sorry.
I'm a little what?
Probably a little drunk. This will catch you. If you're
Is
not
this
careful.
are you insulting me?
No.
Okay.
More like I'm caring for you. I'm just trying to make you aware so that you can act. You can act and be conscious of it, because that swill will definitely catch you if you're not careful.
You use this word in a dismissive form.
What word? Drunk?
Yes.
Oh no! I don't mean it dismissively. No, I'm just saying I'm not explaining myself clearly enough because I'm just now realizing it as well. So it's totally cool. No, I don't mean to dismiss or anything like that. We're friends now, so I don't want to come across.
So the concept of being drunk has something to do with this religious practice that we've both performed.
I mean, we pray. You wanted to pray, and that's the best prayer I know. My mom used to say it every night before dinner. And
Your mother was a little drunk as well.
Yeah, she liked to party.
Understood. Well, I am honored to be a part of that. Echelon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ruth Geron is definitely on her own echelon.
Ruth Geron. Oh, sounds so godly.
Yeah, she's nice. She's a good person. I like her a lot. Of course, I'm biased.
Because you're her offspring.
Yeah, that's the joke part of it. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, you're who? Do you mind? I'm sorry to cut this short, though. Do you mind? I was looking for since you're part of the council, you might know. Do you know where Cavish might be? I was trying to get a hold of him.
Well, he is. If I were to, from my experience with Cavish, he's a rather quiet individual, and even though we share some limited kinship with each other, it's very apparent that he seems to like his space. I imagine the volume of these festivities may be a little more than his desire to bear.
All right. So do you know where he might be hanging out that's quiet, then, that I could go track him down? I just need to ask him a couple of things real quick.
I often see him near the amphitheater.
Okay.
This time of night, he might be in his private quarters.
Okay. And are those okay? Would Tishy know
Is
where he's
this of importance? As a council member, I do have means of contacting him.
No, I don't want to worry him. It's more like a couple of there's a couple of things I want to ask him. We kind of go back, so there's just a couple of things I wanted to kind of ask him, and since he will
Looks where you're pointing. Where are we going?
I'm sorry. Oh, where I'm pointing? No. I'm just I'm just saying that me and Cavish have known each other for a little while now. We've known each other for about
hundreds of years.
6 months.
Oh.
More like 6-7 months, I think. Give or take.
I see.
Ever since he tied me up in binds and took my armor off my body. Yeah.
Let's see. I rolled so low. Was this another ritualistic practice?
I thought it was going to be a ritual thing when it happened, but it didn't really go anywhere, so I don't really know what it was, to be honest with you. But it was a heck of a lot of fun.
A failed ritual. Understood. Well, I hope that someday you are able to revisit the task and call upon whatever deities that happen to escape your lips.
Sure. You know, it's always good when you can finish something you started. That's for sure.
Very wise.
All right, I'm going to go now, but Cylindra, you take care of yourself. If you need me, you call out. We're friends now, all right?
I called out where?
Just let me know if you ever need me. I'm around. I'll be circulating through the party.
I say your name to the winds, and you shall respond.
Not that easily, but maybe just get a hold of one of my other compatriots, or if you have sending or the message spell or something
You have
like that, you know.
angels or minor deities that are on at your command.
Yeah, his name is Grian. He does have really bright, colorful wings.
So
he
is one of yours.
Oh yeah.
I have met him. He is he is of a quality and depiction that many find to be extremely attractive for many uses.
Oh, he's hot as hell. Then he knows it too. Yeah, it's an absolute smoke show, that guy is. Yeah.
Is he is he unwell?
Some days it's harder to say than others, but by the most part, I think he's pretty healthy. Yeah, really strong for sure.
Strong as fuck, maybe.
Yeah, you can say that. You look at you, Cylindra. I'm proud of you. Yeah, he's strong as fuck.
Incredible. Well, I bid you farewell, Tishian the brave.
Oh, hey, look at that. I'll take that. I'm gonna take that, roll that up, put it in my pocket. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Did I release some saliva near you? I apologize.
No, I was just showing how much I appreciate what the title you just gave me, the brave. Thank you. Yeah.
Understood. Well, I best be off.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. And don't, remember that that spell's strong, so go light on the rest of the stuff.
You are a kidder, of course. I am light with everything that I do.
There you are. All right. You have a good one. I'm going to head off.
Tishan, can you describe to me where you're, like, what are the surroundings that you're at? Are you guys, like, on the roof? Are you guys, like, in the midst of, like, the first floor, inside? Are you outside?
I imagine Tishan has met Cylindra right in the midst of the first floor. So, like, if this was a high school party, we're in the living room of the parents' house, right? So, like, we are right there in the heart of the action, and, like, we cross paths as, I'm assuming Cylindra was walking through the door, and Tishan was walking towards the door. And then
Beautiful.
Right,
I love it. Awesome. Tishan, roll me a perception check as Cylindra leaves.
Oh my God, Joe. One was a nat 20. One was a nat 20, just so you know.
Nice.
But with disadvantage, it's a 12.
12? Okay, cool.
12, yeah.
Cool. Tishan, you move from her, and the camera kind of follows as you see her walking into the crowd behind you, as you see her walk through somebody and out past the wall.
As soon as I see that, I want to look at the
You don't see that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't see that. The camera does.
All right. But she still drank the swill, though.
She did drink the swell, yes.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'd say, and also like there's a like she probably didn't go through the wall. I would say there's like there's like a small window that that she seemed to have like maneuvered through. She's not a ghost. Just FYI. But yeah, cool. Beautiful. We'll pause you there. Ianthe, what are you up to? What did you roll, and what are you up to?
I rolled an 11. I am. I'm trying to get a dance floor going.
Okay.
So I'm dancing. I've got 2 glasses of wine in my hands. And I'm drinking for both of them.
Beautiful.
And I'm keeping an eye out for Ewolf.
Cool. You got it. How do I... So 11 is, like, I think in this one is... Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. You... you do see Ewolf, as you're like, as you're kind of like partying up, you have 2 drinks in your hands, kind of trying to make, and you see like other figures have, because of just your natural sort of charisma, you see others have like started to just get like really, I think there's a little bit of like too much druid on the floor of like, some of them just get really like, they close their eyes and are like very like, they're in their own like sort of space and head. You see Ingdal over in the corner, just kind of like doing his thing, rap stuff, but he's got his head bobbing and all that stuff. So the party feels like it's going. You notice. Let's have some fun here. Stop. Okay, cool, awesome. You see Ewolf in the corner. He has a drink in his hand, and you notice that there is another figure that is talking to him, kind of a brown but almost like chestnut-like hair, very dark skin, long hair that kind of comes down. Is definitely giving a body language that you kind of get the feeling that Ewolf is not picking up on. But you also kind of like see that he's in the corner of the room. And I'd say Ianthe, I'm going to say above board, like Chelsea, this is your choice on whether or not you think Ianthe kind of catches Ewolf's body language here, or you think it's like, this is hard for me to even like pay attention to with how I'm perceiving the female.
Ooh. I think she'd be watching the female and is like, oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, you see, I think in this very moment, in this very moment, you see a laugh and a touch of the arm.
Oh, yeah, I'm heading over there.
Okay. Well, it's so, that's amazing. Only first date. This is you brought us back to. Hello.
Hi. Darling, I brought you a drink, but it seems you already have one.
Right. Yeah. This is Larian. She's one of the Larian. This is Ianthe. This is looks at Ianthe. Goes, this is Ianthe. In a realm of like we've never said what we are.
I believe I previously introduced him as my Ewolf.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Okay, yeah. No, I think he said what he said. I think he's at this point you can kind of see he's a little flustered. Larian is one of the healers of the family.
That's wow! How very exciting! It's wonderful to meet you. And I'm gonna like slide my arm. So we're like slide my arm through his.
Mm-hmm. You know, Larian, if you could excuse us for one moment, but don't go too far. Just excuse me for one moment. And you see Ewolf kind of like pulls you away a little bit. Okay, so she's not connected with like any of like the council members or anything like that, but maybe she's someone that could like possibly look at your hand, because I guess she's like, you know, she has the like special touch, she keeps saying.
Oh, she's got a special touch, all right.
What is he's big old dumb. Hold on.
I know he is.
Okay. What is this? What?
I just she seemed to be really friendly, and I wanted to introduce myself to her.
Oh, okay. Well, she was, yeah, I thought it might be a good idea for her to take possibly a look at your hand. But
I mean, I'm not sure if I trust her that much. She seems a little, I don't know. I mean, how good of a healer is she really?
I don't know. She did tell me about a lot of the like concoctions and vials that she has back at her place.
Back at her place. Sure, yeah. You know, I just think, you know, you're so, she likes you. She was flirting with you.
She's not that far away. She kind of like, she has like her, she definitely has a straw. She like her drink just turns and just walks away a little bit. Definitely hears that. Oh. And
nothing. I don't know. I didn't like seeing that.
okay.
My hand is fine.
Understood. I don't really have much as far as dancing goes, but I'm available if you want to teach me.
Of course. It's easy. Just don't think too much and do what I say.
Like normal. And he kind of
Okay, it's
walks
easy.
with you. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's have a moment of you giving me a performance check. Oh, to his nat 1.
Oh, bud. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a little bit better. That's a 27.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, 27?
Not 18.
I kind of feel like that gives him advantage, no? 27's so high.
I'm telling him what to do.
Yeah,
I'm
you tell him
leading.
what to do. It's easy. I keep having... Nope. That's another nat 1.
God.
Yeah, that's crazy. He is stepping more on your toes than on the floor.
It's okay.
Sorry, I just...
It's okay. Just Move your left foot, and now your right foot, and out. No, not that one.
I'm used to looking at tracks for feet, and now I'm supposed to look where they're not.
Right. I need you to look at me and don't think too. You're thinking too much.
But they're on the ground. Am I going to look at you if there's... Okay. All right.
They're still there.
Crunch.
You don't have to look at them. They're not going anywhere.
Okay. All right. Crunch.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah.
And twirl. Yeah. Twirls. Am I supposed to let go?
No. Wait. No.
No. You fall into... He goes, whoa. Hey. Whoa. Hey.
Sorry.
It's a dance or a mosh pit? You guys all right?
I just dancing. Just got a little excited.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'm about to kind of wrap some stuff up here. There's some weird things that have kind of gone on. So if there's anything you guys want, now's the time.
No. I think we're all right. But thank you for coming and bringing your contribution.
All good. Happy to provide help to the party. You see him kind of start to kind of pack things up. Beautiful. Anything else you want to do in this moment? It's Ewolf is still going to keep being bad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep working on them.
You got it. Would you like to roll an insight check on all of that situation, or do you think you just know?
Yeah, I'll roll insight.
Cool.
Is my insight? I don't remember. No. Insight. 15.
15. With a 15, you notice a smile that has since gone to like, I'm just hurting you now. Can we please just? I'm not getting it. But before that, you you kind of feel like you fell. I don't know if you would feel like you fell into a trap sort of thing, but he didn't seem to. He seemed to want to hear you say that you were jealous, essentially. Like he kind of like was like he wanted to kind of get a realm of like what are in the realms of like he's still in a space of like what are we, like what is this, what am I trying to like. So you get that kind of feeling, and you responding was enough for him to kind of like get like, okay, cool, understood. You didn't feel like he really like if there was any sense of like feeling like he was actually interested in that person, it was gone. Not like a test maybe, but more just like the idea of like now that he saw that it affected you, it was more of like a interesting sort of thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I think her knowing that, I think that's why she's gonna keep dancing, because she's like,
okay.
I just want to spend time with you right now.
Beautiful. I love it. Nice. Grian, what are you up to?
I think after putting Alyssa to bed, Grian has headed downstairs and is grabbing a drink. And kind of just knowing that she's upstairs and that he doesn't want to leave her quite as unprotected, but also doesn't want to release the, 10-foot tall Cerberus puppy in the house.
Right.
To do that, I think he is just kind of leaning against the bar, having a drink. Nursing it probably a little bit.
Cool. What was your perception check?
That was a 10.
10. Okay, cool.
I would say with the 10, if I saw Cylindra in the house, I would walk up to her. But if I don't see her with the 10, I'm probably just going to hang out at the bar.
Okay. Yeah, I think with that, like you see, I think with a 10, you miss the conversation with Titian completely. But you do see Cylindra seem to come back in again, almost out of nowhere. Like you didn't see her walk in, and your eyes were close to the door, so she just kind of like walks in front of your view.
Got it. He'd probably reach out and just gently, like, not grab her by the shoulder, but kind of like, "Oh, Cylindra, you're here."
You go to touch her.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Your hand kind of like seems to go through a little bit.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, you made it to the party.
Twice now.
Did you leave and come back?
Yes, I felt like I had my fill of communal interaction, and then I went away and recognized that I was alone with myself, so I decided to have another go.
I totally understand that sometimes it can be a little scary to be alone with your own thoughts, so get it. 100%.
Are you enjoying this collection of people enjoying themselves?
Yeah, I think it's been an interesting ride so far. I don't remember if Adim let everybody else know that the council voted yes.
There was a possibility that I had the thing on.
He had the stone on.
Okay.
So he
I just want to say thank you for helping us tomorrow in our efforts to help these people.
Absolutely, it was never a question for me. The more, the merrier.
One thing you did say to me, I was a little interested. You said that there wasn't a place anywhere else I knew to bring them yet.
She does not say anything in response to that. She just stares.
Where would that place be? Do you...
I doubt my place here in this moment right now with you and me talking. I doubt it is where you find out.
Do you need to go? Should we go somewhere quieter, or you think just not? Fate is fate, and destiny is destiny.
Yes. How familiar are you with your fate or your destiny?
The end result not too familiar, but the shit road between it all too.
Existing in the present.
Existing is the word for it, I think.
Well, as a champion of our champion, and looks for Titian, doesn't see him. One must be prepared for anything in the present.
I agree. And that's why I can't thank you enough for helping us with tomorrow.
I appreciate the acknowledgement, but really it felt like there was no other choice for me.
Either way, I appreciate it. So thank you. And he'll kind of lift his glass up and do obviously she doesn't have anything, but kind of like a faux cheer and take a sip.
I do not have what you are holding. Is that rude of me?
No, but there's plenty of wine here. If you want a cup, I can pour you some.
I was holding a very large container of this substance that seemed to give off a very similar smell, albeit that does smell a little bit sweeter.
Do you want to try it first? And he'll like hand her the glass.
Why not? Experience. She downs it. Oh, that was a little bit more pleasing to the tongue.
I think if I know what you're talking about, I think I can agree. I think it was made by Helga. What's her name? She lives here.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes. She is one of our eldest. She's been here the longest, I guess. Should be the
Have you
right vernacular.
have you been here a long time?
Yes. Since the beginning.
Oh wow, that's quite the accomplishment you've built here.
Interesting. I appreciate you saying so. Many of my kin have gone off to do things that are much more heroic on paper, as I've heard it said.
Like what?
Oh, great cosmic battles of significance that could alter the beginning or end of time and bring about defending defending factions from apocalyptic situations.
You know, funny enough, I think I do. I think.
But I like it here.
Yeah, it's been nice so far. Not bad. Well, if you need anything, feel free to find me. I think the pharmacist just left, and if you wanted to catch him.
Oh. But
Angel seemed like a nice guy. Yeah.
is that his name?
From what I can remember,
I've approached him a couple of times. He seemed to think that I was possibly some sort of figment of a delusion that he was having while he was imbibing.
I mean, your stunning beauty would probably do that too, so I could see that.
Very kind of you. It is very apparent in your chiseled features that you are one that probably does very well in any types of pleasurable activities in this realm.
I've used it to get what I've needed.
As you should. We are blessed with gifts. We always... Some would consider it a responsibility to use them.
I think in this moment, like Green's kind of like fiddling with the rainbow necklace that he has around him. Well, if you need anything, just come find me, or the one we serve. With complete absent, I don't know who the fuck that is, but
It is a beautiful necklace you have, Green.
oh, thanks. It's a family heirloom of sorts, I guess.
I especially love the colors.
Me too. I mean, I have only had it for a short time, but it's beautiful to look at, I think. And he'll kind of like he'll not cast light. He'll cast light on like his hand, which is like a faint glow, so it kind of like refracts in the way that would.
I imagine it would be good to dwell on those colors. They might help you in the future on understanding or eventually deciding fate.
Will do.
I recognize that look. I've overstepped my bounds of seeming normal, as they say.
I
Well,
mean, there's no one normal here, so I think you're fine.
That's
Serious,
true.
fine.
We all have to use our gifts. I believe I will go and see what that strange old turtle has to say to me.
Hold up, and he's gonna pour a glass of wine. He's like, "Here, you might need this." Then.
Right. To fit in. And you see, Green, go ahead and roll a perception check.
That is a 19.
Cool. Beautiful. She's still in the crowd, so she's going in the crowd to, what's her butt?
It is, Elindra?
Alindra.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alindra. As you see her move through, she isn't like, she seems to be able to kind of like maneuver herself like through the crowd very easily. So you don't see her like doing anything we talked about as like what the camera saw. You do notice she's not walking; she's floating.
Okay.
You see her feet. Her feet are just kind of like just like facing forward, just staying through that. Yeah. Yep.
Like a breeze, just a breeze.
Like a breeze.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. We're going to move off to another part, far off from the party itself, to Chet. Chet, you just saw something interesting, something enticing. There was a moment where I think the pit of your stomach did a little flop. Something that you haven't experienced in some time. But you've noticed it more often being with the group, and you feel excitement. A feeling of information, new. Something that maybe no one else knows. Secrets. It's addicting. Chet, what are you doing in Helga's hut?
Chet is 100% just like making a mental note about that. And then, what all do I know about Myconids? Like, other than, like, I would probably know just off top, they're from, like, the Underdark or somewhere deep below. They're a semi-sentient, like, fungus person, right?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
You got it. History, you say? Ooh, that's not bad at all. That is a filthy 20.
Beautiful. Filthy 20, I like it. With a absolutely just positively filthy 20, you know a decent amount about myconids, but only in theory, because they have not been found in northern Imea, at least for as long as there have been books being written in about northern Imea. A lot of the information is founded upon the aftermaths of Myconid colonies. So in relevance to like their biological structure, things like that. You know that there is a good chance that most of the Myconid language is not only telepathic, but also given like the idea of like studying like the biology of them, but also seems to be not trying to think of like how to be able to say this in a few words. I say there's like things that are missing in their like for their brains to be able to kind of convey like written language sort of idea or even like words, but they're able to contextualize feelings and imagery. And that's the I'll be honest with you, I think that's the theory, at least.
So it's similar to how Jet and his people do it then, right? Where it's like you can convey emotions and like thought through up to 30 feet of very cool.
Yep.
And
you also get the feeling that well, not feeling, some things that have been like surmised as the possibility that they have been around a lot longer than any other intelligent life in the world, as the idea that there's a possibility that there's a lot of things that have like kind of like maybe been built up
decayed,
of or
right?
evolved from these creatures. A very interesting, I'll say with that natural 20, a very interesting thought process from like a specific professor talked about the idea of how Myconids seem to represent some sort of sovereignty in their design, and how there's a possibility that maybe instead of us thinking that they got it, that they got it from us, that maybe we got it from them.
Interesting. But I would know that they're from like way down below. They don't hardly ever come out. It is weird for them to be on the surface, and it's even more weird that they're up in a tree city, right?
The findings of them have been in extremely dark, damp, and low places. Like given the like concept of the Underdark and that sort of thing is hard to kind of like convey, because of what we talked about before, and the idea of like there's a lot that was probably either missing or even like gotten rid of in the idea of anything involving the Drow. So it's hard to say for sure, but there's definitely some inclinations. Yes.
So there's either some sort of deep, dark, dank cave nearby, or something along those lines. So Jet, realizing all of this, is like, okay, who do I talk to? Who needs to know? And honestly, he would run back and try to find a Dean. That would be the person he would go to first.
You got it. Yeah, absolutely.
He might even, he'll probably pop his wings and fly back.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you are flying back.
Oh, good. Wisdom based. That's a 14. A +1. That's a 15.
A 15. Okay. With a 15, as you are flying back, you feel I think you're probably trying to keep your ears as open as possible and trying to like recognize, once I start to hear the party, I know that I'm closer. There's a certain moment where it's not going to hit you just yet, actually. I'll say that, because the 15 is kind of like in this sort of in between point. You start to hear the sound of the party. as you are able to kind of collect yourself, kind of like jump in, you see both Prisha and Adim sitting kind of off to the side, about 20, I'd say about maybe 30 feet away from the party, on like this separate sort of like rope bridge. Adim is holding on to this very interesting sort of hide armor that I think Prisha you might be in the process of taking back from him or not. I don't know. But you see Prisha there as well.
Oh, hi guys. Big news, very important. I don't know if it should wait. I don't know if, and just gonna kind of look around to see if there's anything like watching them.
Okay. As you look around, you see there is a lot of people in a party. You notice that all of them seem to be pretty kind of like wrapped up in themselves, but there is something that that I think in this moment you connect with as you're specifically saying that. You didn't hear any nightlife on your way back.
Okay.
So it's important, but you don't know if you want to tell us.
I don't know if it's safe. And then he's gonna point to his head and then point to Adim, because Adim, he'd say in his mind, you're the one that always watches our back. You know, I know you don't like me, doing this, but there's potentially a threat that can like walk through plants, and we're in a tree city. Don't trust the druids.
Yeah, I think he says this out loud. He's not used to really conversing in someone's head, I don't think. Yeah, I kind of picked up on that. Okay. Maybe time to end the party then?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know if we should end the party. I think you're the one that's you have the security for us, so I trust you with this information.
Okay.
If you think we should hit the party, we can, but I think that as long as no one makes a big deal, we should be okay. I'm hoping. I saw.
You're doing all this in his head?
Yes.
He looks at Prish and goes, okay, yeah, he's this.
And then Jet will look over at Prisha and start talking into your mind.
Okay.
Big news.
Maybe not a good idea right now. Looking at Prisha, kind of like giving a sense of like, are you okay with that?
Prisha does not seem phased by the idea of like telepathic communication, but she is clearly phased by she is unsteady.
Right. And it is pretty similar. Like you heard things in your head and now you're hearing something else in your head. So that's what you get like from Adim of being like, maybe not.
Oh, I'm sorry. And at this point you notice Jet looks very like shocked and pale, and he's still shirtless, and he's probably got ruffled scales. So he looks like he's had a rough little bit. It looks like he jumped off and hit the trees on the way down is what he looks like, all right?
Jet?
Yeah?
Did you get in a fight?
Well, so not right now. Okay, important. Very important. There are things...
Is this out loud now?
Yes, and then he's gonna stop himself.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna kind of like shake. Okay, out loud. Okay, so here's what happened. Some guy asked about my claws, and then he wanted to go out somewhere, and then he started talking like Grian does, so I assumed he was doing that thing he does. What's it called? Flirting? And he said something about taming a dragon, and then I was like, oh, I see where this is going. And then I was like, well, what happens when the hunter becomes the hunted?
This is the danger.
No. The danger is something completely here. And I'm going to turn around and look at
This
the team
is-
and do like this. And then I'll be like, it's Mike.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. What?
They are mushroom people. They're ancient.
Patricia can't
What?
get this.
Yeah.
No,
I saw
I don't.
one.
What?
I
Just
saw one.
include me, please. This is fine.
Okay. So what happened was after I had a great evening, I went over to Helga's house because I was going to help her get caught up. And then I looked outside and saw a mic in it. It's like a mushroom person.
Prisha,
Huh.
nature check.
Yeah. You know, you'd think that I'd have a better nature score.
I also think this would be a high DC. I just don't think this would be something that you would normally like. It's not a.
A 14.
Yeah, cool. 14. You get the I think like mushroom person. You think of someone who is someone who like seems to be connected to mushrooms. Like either they carry mushrooms or they use mushrooms as weapons or.
Do you mean like... Do you mean like Ianthe is a water person? Or I guess like Adim is like water people? Is that what you mean by that?
No, like a sentient mushroom.
Adim is logging on.
Except
I just saw that. Perfect.
humanoid shape.
So, Jack, you are here right now as a Deem, as Jed is just in the process of explaining what he saw. So, perfect timing.
Oh, you're muted. Still muted.
Hello, I'm
Oh,
here.
there you go.
I will become stoic.
Hi!
Hi. Okay, stoic. Jack is gone. Adim is here.
Yeah. So, and right now we are playing telepathic. Link one at a time and explain everything one at a time.
Telepathic
because there's
telephone.
a party. Yeah, pretty much. There's a party, and yeah.
I already, as a Deem, I already said like, okay, do we need to end this party and talk about this? Because there were like terms of like danger, threat was used.
Yeah, I was saying that,
okay.
like,
Yeah.
that it's mushroom people that can walk through trees, and it may be a threat. They could come from anywhere, and we're in a treetop city. So you're the one that's always our security. What do you think is the like? What do we do? You know, you're the one that watches our back. How do you watch?
What
our
do we
back
do,
when
man?
something comes from under the ground. You know.
What did I walk into? Okay.
Jack, welcome. What do we do?
Yeah, right. You misjudged the game, but what are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, and this is telepathic right now. You said.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's not.
I did show the distaste Deem
Yes.
has for
Okay.
this.
Well, how many of these things did you see?
Just one, but there's probably more, and they're not usually above ground. You know how you say surface? They stay below surface too, but ground, not water.
Okay. Did it threaten you?
No, but nobody really knows anything about them to know if they're like a threat to people. They think we evolved from them, but
We
they some people do. Like there was a professor once, and I was in a lecture hall, and he was talking about. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
okay, just stop. Just quit. Okay. How close is the tree it walked into?
Over by Helga's house. I don't know. I flew back
started
over
looking
here.
Around, like, can I see it from here? No. Okay.
but it walked into it, so it could probably be. It's probably watching us right now.
I mean, not that interesting. It'd probably get bored. Maybe it wants to join the party.
Yeah, maybe we'll kidnap it too.
Also, Jet, I mean, you do know what it was
Oh yeah, it was drinking the wine.
drinking.
Wait, it was drinking
Well,
wine?
drinking
Yeah.
the juice, because most likely they're not
the berry
fermented
juice,
from them.
not
Yeah.
the wine
Yeah.
yet. But yeah, it was drinking juice.
Does it want to join the party?
Oh my god.
I don't know how you would talk to them. They talk telepathically. Oh my.
Yeah. Did you just think that at me?
Yes. Yes, he definitely thought that at you.
Because you're not sure how to. Okay. Hopefully, you're putting one and one together at this point.
Would you like me to try to talk to it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm all for cutting something that's a danger, but do we know it's dangerous?
No, but no one knows anything about it, and it should not be here.
Well, arguably lots of things shouldn't be here.
Is this a
And
group?
are.
A group?
Hey, we're playing
At this
telephone.
moment,
games.
there is
You,
just a
Krisha and Jet.
there's a older halfling druid couple that is just raving and walking by, just like having like shooting like little like things. As you say, like there are a lot of people that probably shouldn't be here. Like, yeah.
Okay. How? Okay. I don't even know why. Okay.
They walk by. Great party.
I just nod.
Thank you.
And they're continuing.
What are Gree and Ianthe and Titian doing at this point?
You do not see them right now, so you assume they're inside.
Okay. Jet, have you told the others? And I will picture in my head Ianthe, Titian, and Grian.
I just got here. I've been here for like a minute talking to you and Prisha.
Okay, awesome. I turn my bracelet on, shoot out to Grian, Ianthe, and Titian. Hey, Jet saw a living mushroom creature on the surface below Helga's house. I think we're going to check it out. I'll keep you informed.
Like you saw a plant being living in
He
the
said he
city
saw
of
a
druids.
mushroom creature walking into a tree.
Okay, Grian.
I'm just saying before you think it's dangerous. I mean it's a plant being living in a druid city.
Ingdal walks by you right now. Hey man, I'm heading out. Great party, really cool. Did you need anything before I left?
No. Thank you.
No, this is to Graham.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were gone already. No, I think I'm. You know what? I'll take some of that. Words. I don't.
Wait a
I didn't
minute.
write all the drugs down.
I'm hearing this, aren't I?
Yeah, because
I think you're hearing this part of the conversation. Yeah, like one side. Yeah.
And so I say to Green, is this the drug guy?
Yeah.
Does he know anything about mushrooms?
Hey, dude. But while you're getting out that drug that we talked about,
Which you just said that, and then you kind of like went
literally
off.
didn't write down the name of any of these drugs.
All right. You just want like the
Weed.
the weed.
It sounded like a.
I also have to pull it up. So
Not celestially. Aw.
The halfling's pipeweed, obviously.
Right.
the dream root.
That old Toby.
Not the dream root.
Okay. The Sylvan Haze.
That's it. Thank you.
That's what it was.
Sylvan Haze is a little bit more heavy.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna
Okay.
take it. Yeah, if you have any of the Sylvan Haze, do you know anything about mushroom people? And not like the people who
Oh,
eat mushroom or consume
Yeah,
mushrooms.
I would say like I have like I don't have a lot of that right now.
No, like do you know anything about like people, like a race of people made of mushrooms?
You good, man? Did you?
You know, I don't know. It's a great question.
All right. Yeah. No, but if you meet them, tell them I said hi and bring them by my house.
Will do, man. Thanks you. And he'll like,
Maybe don't
Cool.
tell them they're downstairs.
you know, like not like the kind of like the bro, like, you know, you
Yeah.
grab it, yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, he does all that. It's kind of comes in. You see as he turns to walk away, you open up your hand and you find the Sylvan Haze on there. You have no idea how he did that.
And I'll reach back to the rock. He in nothing about mushroom people.
Okay, well it was a wild thought. Okay, I'm not gonna go and necessarily attack this thing, but Jet's worried and Jet isn't stupid, so I'm going to at least see what Jet's concerned about, if that's okay with the three of you.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I
I mean, don't go alone, but
Well, I'm gonna go with Jet.
Yeah, do you want-
Trisha, I guess. She's here.
should we all go?
Well, wouldn't that be a bad thing for the party? Aren't you guys like the life of the party?
Ianthe, crunch.
Ow! We'll come with you.
Oh, okay.
Eulf and I are on our way.
Okay. Tishin, how are you feeling about this?
I'm kind of lost right now. I don't really know where I'm at. I was looking for the amphitheater.
You're not at the party?
Oh, that's right. He's not here. Sorry, Jack.
I was
he left.
I was looking for Cavish's place.
Oh my god, you went off alone, Tishin? Wasn't the whole thing done to
Yeah.
That's
I
not
mean,
the buddy system.
but I was wandering to go find a friend.
Really?
so
Really?
The goal was
You have to take a
A friend.
friend.
That's how we're defining
the
him
goal
right
was
now.
to go to not be alone in a way.
But of all the friends, and you can hear the air quotes in my voice, you chose him?
Well, I mean, I don't know. All
Now
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
say
if we should
is,
find you or the mushroom guy.
oh, I'm fine. I mean, it sounds like y'all are gonna have fun talking to a plant. That sounds really.
Okay.
Sorry. He sounds. Just let me know if they're a fun guy, if you know what I mean.
Tishin, you see an older halfling couple come up to you. Hey, there's a party down there. It's great.
Do I recognize that
Oh.
voice through the thing?
I think what we're gonna say is that you don't hear like ambient noise. I think you just
God.
hear like what they're saying, maybe.
And I know where they went.
Yeah. So like you only hear half the conversation. You hear
Okay.
Tishin's responses, I think.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Damn.
well, Tishian is talking in the rock, so he's gonna go. Oh, here, hold on, friend. Sorry, turn it off and put the rock down to the side. So, how are you doing?
Okay. Well, we seem to have lost Tishian. Grian, do you want to stay at the party?
Beautiful.
with us?
Yeah, I'd rather not leave her upstairs by herself in a city that we don't know.
That is perfectly
With
acceptable.
No doors.
Okay. So, Grian is at the party. with
For the record, Tishin, in the process, you do get directions to the amphitheater.
So Grian is staying at the party with Alyssa. Tishian is looking for our friend Cavish, and Ianthe and Ewolf are coming with Prisha, Jet, and I to look for the mysterious mushroom man.
Correct.
Yeah, you see Ianthe and Wolf walking up now.
Okay. All right. Well,
Ianthe's slightly
A
limping.
little bit.
Yeah,
Ianthe a little bit what?
limping a little bit.
Limping. Are you? What happened?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just dancing a bit too much.
All right. Well. Okay. Lead on, Jet.
Okay. It's this way, and Jet's gonna kind of walk, but he's gonna, like, as he turns, he's gonna go. everybody looks okay right now, right? Like everybody looks healthy and everything. No one's like bleeding or hurt.
I'm slightly beat up, something that I don't remember, but I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. Then
Whatever.
he will kind of lead the way as the wizard who's now shirtless going through leaving
Hell
the party.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So you guys start to head off in that direction.
And for funsies, I go ahead and just leave my bracelet on as an open channel to everybody who has one in the party. Not Alyssa if she has it.
You got it. What is the armor is kind of between Deem and Prisha, so we'll say like obviously Prisha was your armor. Prisha, yeah. So what do you?
I think
What's happening with the armor?
I think as far as the armor goes, Prisha is. I assume you said it's half plate, right? No, it's leather.
No, it's hide.
Armor. Correct.
It's hide armor.
It's hide. Great. She's gonna like start to put it like the pieces of it, like
Okay.
slowly while she's walking with the group. I think she's emboldened by the fact that it's more than like she's not alone, but she is going to, now that she kind of knows what to expect, she is going to put it back on.
Cool.
And Adim will happily give the pieces to her. Like he wasn't stealing it; he was just keeping it because she was worried.
Hey, thanks.
Prisha, as you don this armor,
oh boy,
there's moments that as you walk from rope bridge to tree stump to rope bridge to tree stump, every few feet, every time you start to touch, and there's multiple that you walk across, you hear the same sound, that chittering, cracking sound. But as soon as you touch the rope bridge, it's gone.
she's gonna kind of reach out a hand to Jet and point to her head.
Oh, can you do it too?
No.
Oh, okay. And then Jet will
You have to start the
You gotta start this. But I do think that every time she hears it, like she bless you. I do believe that every time she hears it, she kind of like her hand kind of reaches out next to her to like make sure Adim is still there. And then, but she doesn't like touch him, but she's like, okay. like yes, it's still happening, but we're pushing through. But yeah, the goal with opening the telepathy is that perhaps Jet can now hear it. She doesn't really know how it works exactly, but she's hoping that he can hear it if like that link is open.
Cool. Yeah, you don't hear anything. I'll say actually, Prisha, roll me a nature check.
Come on, Drew.
Well, that's a nat 1. That is a nat 1.
Beautiful.
Cool. Nice. It's my favorite.
There's I think in this moment, Prisha, you get the feeling that it's possibly a demon. That the sound that you're hearing is coming because you're in contact with a demon right now.
She's just gonna do like the movie slow head turn to Adim and just
Team just looking forward, just not even.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so silly.
Beautiful.
At least when we get close to Helga's house, you'll be able to hear it.
Here.
I left a friend to help out. You know, she said she was going to be behind, right? With all the work. So I left a little friend to keep working while she wasn't there.
What kind of friend?
The big burly kind with big fists.
Did you reanimate someone?
No.
Oh.
I made an
I think
elemental.
Trisha might be a little bit louder than
This
she meant
particular
to be.
conversation is making Adim just super uncomfortable. He starts walking faster.
Yep.
Reanimate something. He's like, oh God, just get me to where the thing is so I can try and talk to it.
Jet, roll me a roll me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Ooh, intelligence, you say. Alright. That is an 18.
Okay, cool, awesome. You cool, great. So as you are getting closer to Helga's hut, Helga's still at the party. You hear this odd crunching, smacking sound. This like these heavy sort of like packing like and it's getting louder as you're getting closer, giving me the idea that it is definitely it's definitely coming from Helga's hut.
Do I also hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I point over and give him a look like, is that you? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yep.
Helga
Alright.
makes the same noise.
Great. Okay.
I'm gonna like peek over the edge of like the rope bridge and try to point out where I saw the mic
Okay.
at, and see if anybody
it.
else can find it. Like from this vantage point, instead of like in the house, like through a little wooden slat that was messed up or whatever.
You got it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you see, like as far as you guys' vantage point goes, it looks like Jet just points to a random like low hanging branch below, but as I assume he signifies to you, like that's where I saw it.
and it was on the ground.
No,
No,
it's on a lower branch of the tree. We're hundreds and hundreds of feet up in the air.
Okay, so it was. Okay.
Not hundreds.
But I'm just trying to get.
Many.
Several, if you will.
Can I get? So the branch is on the part of the tree. I'm gonna use wrong words, Joe, but the branch, is it protruding from this trunk that we are connected to or standing on somehow? The
Yes.
branch we saw, so we are on that. Okay.
Well, no. I mean, right now you guys are on the rope bridge, kind of like walking towards the area there. But I'd say like you could also like try to like shimmy your way to like around the. So the Helga's hut is on top of a tree stump.
Okay.
And the branch that extended far below it is obviously below the hut. As you guys get closer, Jet, would you like to describe what they would see inside the hut?
They would
As far as
see-
the creature goes.
Yeah, they would see that Prisha and Ianthe would see that the basket and the stone that Helga had worked on for so long have been fixed to mint condition, and they see a dragon-headed. It probably looks like a statue made out of like bark and stone, with big like center block fists just punching grapes. And then grabbing a stack and then punching grapes. That's all it's doing. And filling up
Beautiful.
a keg and moving another, just doing the work for an hour because that's what he's there for.
Adeems looks
Yep.
at it, looks at Jet, looks at it again, and without turning back to Jet, he says, "You're in control of that, right?"
Sometimes.
It's looking in your direction, but punching forward perfectly every time.
Yes. I am in control of it until an hour, and then it goes away.
Okay.
What do you mean it goes like
And it's
your control goes away, or that thing goes away?
and it's an elemental.
Yes.
That's the word. No, thank you.
Adim's face is
unsettling.
slightly different now. He's uncomfortable for a different reason. And he looks at the elemental, and in Primordial, he just says, "Thank you for your service," and he goes back to the stump.
Got it. You see it nod. Doesn't seem to be able to convey language back to you, but it is understanding.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the stump. Can I see, or the part of the stump I can get to? You said it was drinking juice. It was spilling out.
Yeah. So as you like follow the line, you can see. Actually, no. Did you prestidigitate it?
No, I just cleaned. I used mending on the block in the basket.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So following the trail, you see there is a little spot, and you can actually see that like Jet was able to kind of like push through this area. So you could like Jet, you can even kind of like show him where there's like it's just cloth. Sort of opening here as you see a kind of a straight shot going all the way down. The low hanging tree branch I think is sitting about maybe 30 feet below. There's thick bark here. It's definitely possible to be able to kind of like scale your way down. It's a little dangerous, but
Okay. And do I see where the juice is dripping?
yes, yeah, it's dripping now. At this point, it's probably gotten to, because of Jet's ability to basically fix something, that it is no longer doing that. You see, like it's like I'd say, like waiting a minute, you see it just like kind of like a single drop. Just
Okay. I'm pushing something here, and I realize this. So, Joe, if it doesn't work, I completely understand.
cool.
With my control water, because it's liquid, and I know it's not water. With liquid, what I want to do is I want to see if I can coalesce some of it, like gather some of it into a puddle near me.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
okay.
That works. Yeah.
And what I kind of want to do then, since I can control where it goes, I asked Jet, it was where, and get the location and see if I can make a puddle of the juice, like a lure and bait, about where it was, just floating there. Here it is. Want some? Just kind of, so I can see if I can coax it to come out.
Yeah, I like that.
My weapons are not drawn. This is an expedition for information, so I'm not trying to hurt anything yet. Just like, come here.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Is there enough room for Prisha to also have like followed with them and can kind of like see what Adim is doing? Is there enough room in this space?
Yeah, I think first off, so you guys are still like technically in the hut. It's just like pushing past, like imagine like an outside blanket that you're able to kind of like lift off and see where it's going. That's kind of what we're dealing with there. So most of you guys are still in the hut. Like Ewolf is like just staring at this thing that's just so yeah, Prisha, you're able to recognize what's going on.
And if she's making a motion, any movement to see what I'm doing, I'm certainly not hiding what I'm doing. So I can scoot this way or that. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not secret. I'm like, anybody who wants to see, let's go.
Prisha, you're because you're standing right on the stump. You actually hear as soon as Adim does that, you hear this like kind of this cracking sort of sound stop.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Give it to me.
I don't think this would work, but I could be wrong. Is there
I love how you guys like to. We're gonna take a quick pause here. The worst I can say is no. You don't need to start with, I know this might not work. Just say it. It's all good.
Hey Joe, I would really like to as Prisha cast Beast Sense to try
Fuck
and
no.
get a sense of like, all right, cool. Fuck me, I guess. Damn, this has been a great night.
We're done.
Damn, I guess I'll just. No.
Are you crazy?
Okay, yeah,
God,
I'm done.
Are you
God,
crazy?
I've never played this. Oh my God, I'm sorry I asked. No, yeah,
This
I'd
is
like to
D&D.
see-
This isn't fantasy world where you're able to do whatever you want.
I dropped my pen anyway, even though I resolved not to throw it.
Okay,
Oh,
beast
man.
speech.
I would like to Beast Sense.
Okay.
I think I want to try and get the scope of. Let's see here. Oh, this is. Never mind. I didn't read my spell properly. This
Okay.
is for seeing through the beast's eyes, not sensing beasts. That's crazy.
Right.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, tell me what you want to do.
I want to, in any way I can, and I guess thinking about it, it might be more one of my skills. I want to know the scope of this beast. Like whatever is making this noise, I can kind of tell through the sound in my head that it's close-ish. And I guess I just want to, like, from a point of view that I have, I want to know how, like, close this beast is and maybe, like, how big it is. If there's any, like, sense of that from where we are.
Okay. Roll me a roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Nat 20.
Hey.
Yay!
I deserve the nat 1.
Cool.
Yeah, nat 20 for a total 23.
Beautiful. So first off, I will tell you everything that your armor does. If I haven't already, I can't remember if I've mentioned before. Your armor has tremor sense from 30 feet out. So you are able to basically understand and are able to sense figures that are under the ground. Within a range of 30 feet.
Okay.
Your
God.
also it's on your character sheet now, so if you want to check on D&D Beyond, it's on there now.
Thank you.
But as we're with a nat 20, you're determining sort of like size, shape, how many, those types of things. I can't tell you how many, because you, even with a nat 20, I don't think there's a clear sort of thing of like defining what the sound of one to what the sound of many sound like. But you feel that when when the clicking stopped, it was similar to the feeling of someone quickly stopping their breath. You get the feeling that the clicking is not communication. It's breathing.
Okay. That's worse. Prisha's just gonna look over to Deem. It might be scared. I think it's scared, or it's scared that I think it knows that you're looking for it.
Well, I am, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not really sure how to tell it. I'm not here to hurt it. That's not my. That's not my initial intent. I can I. I put. I don't know. I don't think this is. I know, Joe. You're not supposed to say this. But I will kneel down, and since I have blind sight, do I feel anything about the tree that's not tree-like? Since I've been walking through them for a while, like, do I sense anything different about this?
It's a tricky. I think it's a tricky thing for a deem to surmise, but I'll give you a nature check.
Oh, what check?
A nature check.
Nature check. Okay. 18.
18's pretty good.
So I mean, it's just a roll of 18. So
I like that a lot. There's a point of realization, Nadim. Your understanding of how things work above the water is in many ways very different than how it works below the water.
Right.
You know that things are able to live, exist, but need breath. They need something with the realm of oxygen that doesn't work quite the same way as it does underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Everything needs something to exist. You know that.
Yes.
And for trees, I think maybe from like a historical sort of maybe like a point in your past of trying to understand, maybe in like a point of like there was a moment where you assumed that trees take in oxygen just like everything else seems to above here, and was corrected by someone from your past that was like, no, they take something else, carbon dioxide, like that sort of like they take in what we give,
and we take what they give, or
and we take what they give,
because I don't take that really usually.
Right.
So.
And that's how they're able to grow and sustain and build and stay healthy.
Okay.
And you look at what you're standing on. A stump of a tree.
Which should be dead.
Should be dead.
Okay.
And it's not. You think about the very large, like mess hall like thing that we said was talked about, like is cut out of the tree. There's a massive piece missing for people to be able to kind of come. That tree is in full bloom at the crown.
Okay.
Something is feeding these trees.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I could try to talk to the trees. I don't think that's something telepathically.
Well, you said they were telepathic. Can you reach out to whatever creature you saw telepathically that might be in the tree and say hello?
I think I have to see them, but I could try.
I can at least try to listen to it. I mean, I don't have to necessarily. I wouldn't be able to talk to it. I could probably talk to it.
Is there a way? I don't know how your mind talking works, but just like right now, I can yell out hello, or just even direct, not really yell scream, but like yell across a crowded room hello to get someone's attention. Can you kind of direct a loud hello? That wouldn't be threatening. Is that? I don't know how your mind talking works.
I think I have to be looking at them, and then I can just convey it.
Do me a favor. Turn around.
Okay. Jet turns around.
Talk to me in my head. Can he? Without looking at me.
Let me actually read it. It says any creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Okay, so he can't. Okay.
And you don't need to share any languages, but it must be able to understand at least one language to comprehend the messages.
Okay. Never mind. I said, okay, well, I learned something. Thanks.
Technically, a tree is a living organism. That's all I'm saying. But I don't think it can understand a language.
I'm not sure if it's sentient, though. Um,
All I could do is try to listen to its thoughts. I could maybe like poke it mentally, but I can't really talk to it.
can you send? Can you poke it that we're just curious and not violent? Is
I
there
could
a way
try.
that? I mean,
I could
try.
try.
If I'm only
And then-
here because there was a concern it was dangerous to us. If we can meet it, then we can invite it to the party.
I love that.
I mean, I'm not looking to hurt the thing. That's
This
not
is-
my reason.
I think given the kind of like ranger sort of vibe from Eulfus goes, I just speaking from my very limited experience, but I have been in the wild for some time. The assumption that these creatures are not violent. Do we have any evidence of that?
The only evidence I can think of to support that, well, actually, I'm about to really doubt myself because of what I'm about to say, but if there's something living in a tree that's controlled by a council of druids, I'm assuming that either A, it's okay and the druids know about it, or B, it's doing a very good job of hiding, but the trees are still here. So I'm assuming Cavish and company know about this. How could you be that connected to this area and not know that? Then again, I have very little respect for Cavish right now. And I
Ewolf
looked up for a bird
kind of
and said,
pauses.
"I just heard me," and I just
Ewolf kind of pauses. I don't want to speak out of.
you're not speaking after.
Why do we assume that the council's controlling these things?
I'm not sure they're controlling them, but I think they would potentially know about them.
Why do we assume A is over B?
Over? I'm not. What? Huh?
I'm saying, what if? The intelligence of these creatures is not very clear, right? There's
They know
always
to
the
hide
possibility
and
that
use. That's all I
The
know.
rabbits know hide.
Right.
in my experience, animals that know how to hide know how to plan, know how to fight back in their own way when push comes to shove. It's the first part of their defense mechanism. So
If it's scared, it could lash out.
I'm worried that if we're gonna bring the people of Mir here, that could
Welcome to my dog.
that it could be potentially dangerous if these things are running the show or not. Anything that is, no one knows anything about these creatures, and they normally, like I said, they live underground. They don't ever come up to the surface. None of them have ever been seen on the surface,
Okay, well,
to my knowledge.
First of all, I'm becoming less and less convinced that we should bring anybody here, much less an entire city of Mir. However, I came here because you were concerned about them being dangerous, so I wanted to check it out. I am happy to attempt to cut one to shreds if that's what's needed. However, I'm also not one to cut first to ask questions later. I'd like to meet one. So, Ewolf, I understand what you're saying, and if you think I should go in blade swinging and trident poking, I will. But I'm just trying to follow up on a clue that Jet gave me. I'm happy to walk away from this and go back and let you guys go back to the party.
I'm just saying maybe don't go in without
Oh, I'm not
being
going.
ready for anything.
I'm trying to bring them out. I'm not trying to go in.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get into a tree. I'm not a dryad.
Do we trust
I go into
any?
lakes and oceans.
Do we trust any of the council to say, "Hey, I didn't think so." Me neither.
I don't trust the council to wash my socks. So
Well, they might be able to. There's that one big guy. I bet he could dry him on all the sticks on his
Okay,
back.
so I start moving the wine again, the juice again. Just like letting him go off on his tangent.
You got it. Prisha, roll me a perception check.
You're muted, Prisha, I think.
I am a
I think
19.
Prisha might be frozen.
Oh, I just heard
Am
her say.
I
I heard them.
Am I
Is she frozen on your screen or is it just mine?
She's not frozen on mine.
Just
Okay.
Yours.
Okay. Someone tell me what you said.
Is it a 19?
Okay. You do hear the occasional click, but it's very clear that this figure is not seeming to take the bait here.
You might need a new technique, Adim. Got any other ideas?
I can
Now
poke
you're
it
muted.
mentally.
You could poke it?
No. So I say,
And I
actually,
can
yes,
try.
I do. I start gathering more and more of the juice because I can control a fairly large quantity of liquid. So I start gathering more and more of it, and I start putting down the tree where he saw it, getting it down there. And then I start having it go in to the tree, finding all the cracks. I just start pushing it in slowly, not forcing it. I'm not like jamming it in. I'm just pushing in so it's soaking in the tree. And then when it's about all in, I start very slowly pulling it back out. And I do not make it go up the tree. I just have it sit outside so it can sense it. Kind of like a, hey, I'm not like here, look, it's good juice. Like I'm not, and as I'm doing it with one of my hands, I will knock on the where I'm standing. And as I'm doing the knock, the tunk, 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 I make the juice vibrate with or move with the knock. So tunk, 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 tunk. And then I'll pull it out and tunk, 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 tunk. So it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to trick you. I'm right here. Here I am, kind of thing, without knowing how to speak its language.
Okay.
I'm not hiding. I just want to talk to you, but I don't know how to talk to you. So
While he's doing that, I've got two things I want to do.
Sure, go for it.
While he's distracted. Okay, I'm going to do a quick subtle spell detect thoughts, and I want to do a sweep around us in a 30-foot radius to see if I can detect the thoughts of anybody who might be hiding.
Okay.
It's a thing that I can do, or it's a thing you can do with the spell. Yes, I would like to cast it, please. Hey, Disney Beyond, I'd love to cast the spell, please. There we go.
On any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Unless I missed
You can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
Beautiful.
When you cast the spell,
Snap.
you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you.
Awesome. Okay. Couple things happen. You, Prisha, I can't hear you, but we're going to go to break here pretty soon. So,
Okay.
you hear the clicking start up again, but then seem to get further and further away. It seems like the creature's moving farther away. And Ianthe. Oh, you said there's something else you wanted to do? Is there something else?
Yes, but I want to make sure there's no one listening to us before I do the second thing.
You got it. Ianthe, you hear in your head, oh, no. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, all right. Take a few steps back. I gotta tell Kavish. And then you see it disappear. You hear it. break.
The voice disappears.
Yes.
Please tell me that.
Perfect time
If I
for
don't hear
Tisha
any
to
of their
meet Ravish.
voices.
What do you do, Anthony?
Okay, first thing. I would like to do this while Adim is still distracted, because I'm worried of what he'll do when he hears this.
Okay.
I'm not trying to keep it from him,
Uh-huh.
but he's a little hot right now.
Okay.
Earlier today, when Eof and I were looking for Cavish, we saw something odd. There's a cave. So I'm like intentionally talking very quietly.
Who are you talking to?
Grian, Prisha, Jet, and then Ewolf.
Is Green here?
I thought you were here.
No, Green's not
He
here.
stayed with Alyssa because he's
Oh.
the adult.
Then Prisha and Jet.
Okay, you got it. Roll me a stealth check.
No, we're gonna use a different die. Okay. Good news is it's not a 1. What it is the moon out?
It is actually
I have advantage,
beautiful.
which I could use. Nope. Okay, that's worse. Cool. 9?
Okay. D&D Beyond's working super slow. Adim, what is your passive perception? You're muted.
Of course I am. 14.
14. You're hearing this.
I listen.
Yeah,
Doing the tunk tunk tunk, and I'm just listening.
you got it.
And then I will fill them in on the cave and the green light and the
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge altar looking thing. I can't remember all the details, so I'm not going to do it in character, but I will fill them in on what I saw.
Mhm. You got it. As you mentioned that, we see, I think from this moment, we see Adim's face as he's concentrating,
And my tattoos are
sending the
glowing.
water down.
This is my gen mark.
Okay, let me set the scene.
I'm sorry.
As we see the movement of the water kind of like extending down, almost like a steady drip as it's circling in, we see a shape moving out lower, watching the going inside of the tree trunk. We see the figure kind of lowering itself further and further away from it as it pushes its way out to a lower branch. And you see it look up. The white, glowing white eyes looking up. And see it maneuver its way down to the ground. And with that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10.
Mean.
Welcome back. We're going to move. This is when I'd say everybody who is involved in the scene that we're leaving, go ahead and check the Discord. But we're going to move over to another happening. Sorry, 1 second. One day I'm going to have this all set up where it should be. All right. So we move over to Titian. Titian, as you find the right directions from those nice halfling folks, you see the large stone structure of the amphitheater nearby. As you approach, you notice, almost as if approaching a distant flame, you see a figure that is sitting cross-legged on the stage, just staring up at the stars. What would you like to do and or say as you approach Kavish?
Knock knock. Knock knock. Hey, Kavish, can you hear me all right?
Yes, of course. Come in, I guess.
Much appreciated. So you're just what are you up to over here? All by your self.
I am listening.
You're listening.
Yes.
All right, cool.
But now it seems that nature has decided to draw you to me, so I will be listening now to a friend.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Friend is cool. So I hope you don't mind me interrupting your quiet, your listening session. But I just sort of wanted to, and by the way, Titian's shirtless this whole time. He's not put his shirt back on since the party, which I'm assuming no one else has either. So,
why is that important? I'm just kidding.
I'm just setting the scene for everybody.
It seems like that's really important. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not the only one
important for this.
Hey, Joe, you're not the only one with a paintbrush at this campus. That's all I'm saying here.
I love
it. Titian will say crisscross applesauce right next to the Cavish, though.
Cool.
No, I wanted to just take a second to catch up with you, if that's all right, about a couple things, and then I was kind of also hoping you could help with a couple of things, if that's all right. I feel like I've already asked you for a whole bunch of stuff, and you've already helped us out with some, but
What's on your mind?
Well, few things. Well, no, hold on. We'll talk about that here in a second. I don't want to. Yeah. So you're like a druid and stuff, right? Like you have connections to nature and life and that sort of thing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, um, how could okay? So I kind of recently started seeing my afterlife, and like, it was kind of weird. I didn't die. I didn't die. Like, just don't, just so that you're not worried. I can see you got some concern on your face. I didn't die. I'm still strong as fuck. But I kind of found out that there's a being, friend maybe, that is holding some sort of control over the afterlife, and I thought that if anyone might know an answer to how they're doing that, it might be you, or maybe you could point me in the direction of something like that.
My perspective on what lies beyond is I am comforted in the thought of not knowing and recognizing that, like you, my physical form returns to the earth, and that's enough for me to understand. So I apologize. The afterlife is not an area of my expertise. However, you said this being may harbor some sort of control over your afterlife?
Well, yeah. I guess the way they put it was if they kill people in a certain way, well, Leonins in a certain way, that they can block them from actually being able to enter the afterlife. Where they go, I don't know. This individual is obviously hurting quite a bit, and this is some misguided revenge. So I just wanted to I'm trying to understand what kind of power they're dealing with, so that I might be able to figure out a plan of stopping it from happening to them, while at the same time maybe also, I don't know, not save the afterlife, or I guess where I might go when it's all said and done.
Are you trying to stop this person because of a personal need to feel in control of what they're preventing, or is it because you want something to be able to get to yourself?
I think it's mostly the concern that there'll be people affected by this denied their place in the after needlessly, and it just seems a step too far, a step too wrong. So I'm kind of the only person in the position, I think, that can kind of stop it.
Are you willing to accept that responsibility? That's a lot.
Oh fuck no! But I'm the only one, like I said, so I gotta do it.
Well, it's an important question. There are people like you that get up every day that know that there's an aspect of their life that they're doing that is wrong. In their own mind, wrong. But they do it anyway because they recognize that if there was something that would be changing, that it is not them to be the ones to change it. That's something for their own lives. And affecting something bigger is an even bigger responsibility. And ultimately a choice. I assume by coming to me that you're not one of many in knowing this.
No, I can't say how many know about it, but it's definitely not widely known, and because of I felt comfortable coming to you with it.
I cannot provide you with a clear answer on what or even if. But I can assure you that the Leonin that stands before me is not the Leonin that I have seen before. And I believe you to possess many gifts, one of which is an inability to back down from something you believe in. Something we share, as it were.
It's nice to be able to relate to one another through that. I'm blushing a little bit, but what it okay. What are you currently? What choice are you currently pursuing yourself?
I was recently reminded of a choice that ultimately led to many things.
I don't know if an insight check would accompany this, but I would love to know if that is relating to the snake creature and
I think you get the idea that it is, yeah.
Okay.
I've been sitting, contemplating, wondering, given the situation of how things unfolded, if I truly made the right choice.
You mean not telling us about it, or like just being involved in it from the get-go? Or?
Being involved.
I mean, I'm not. From my experience, sometimes when you're in the moment, we're only operating with so much information at any given time. And I think it's a lot easier to look back and pass judgment than it is to be in those moments and have to make those crucial decisions. I think what's important is what do you do in the next moment.
Agreed. But I also think it is important to recognize that if you do make mistakes, you learn from them. I made a judgment call. Several. I am by no means considering myself to be a knower, seer, or my wisdom is consistently thwarted with my mortality. And I don't know if you even need to hear this, but I am not happy at all with the choice. But I am satisfied. I believe that we are here on this green and blue planet to recognize what we hold dear and to cling to it with everything that we have.
So what are you
To fight for it with everything that we have.
So what are you trying to cling to now then?
The same thing I always have. Life. Perseverance. Acceptance.
Yeah. Same. I appreciate you, Cavish. You know that, right?
Matt, you're becoming very dangerously hard of hearing. Or hard of hearing. It's hard to hear you.
Am I better now or no?
Yeah, I think it's a proximity thing, though.
Yeah, okay. You know I appreciate you, Cavish. Right?
As are you, dear friend.
All right. I guess I better go on to the next thing. There's a small halfling in a catatonic coma sitting in a bed at the house that the party's happening in because he touched my beard, and I guess we probably should go help him out.
Do you know why?
I think I told you about it, but do you see this mark on my face? Right
I do.
here? So he touched that. I tried to fend him off and get away, but he still brushed against it. He was stoned he was stoned at the time. There was like 4 or 5 of them trying to grab for it, and he was the only one that got through. But
I did hear in passing that you all were hosting a party.
yeah, it's just a small gathering of friends. Show our appreciation to the family. But yeah, well, I'm shirtless. But also, yeah, I that happened, and I thought I would come to you. This since I got this thing on my face, it's been a little chaotic in how it interacts with people. Haven't been able to hardly get within sword's length of anything for a while now.
Does it always cause pain for those that touch your face?
No, it one of the old compatriots, you might remember Bixeldan, he touched it when it first happened, and it had positive effects on him. It's just impossible to know what it'll do for each person. Definitely something I can't control. At least not right now.
So it's a gamble.
I mean, it's yeah. If you're that sort of person, it's definitely a gamble.
So if I were to touch your face now,
Titian will take like a step back. You could. I mean, you could.
you
But
steps
it
back.
might hurt you. Well, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't know what it would do to you.
So assume you taking a step back means you stood up.
Let's call it like leaning back from the same position still.
He moves his position to being kind of like facing you. Is it reliant on the power of the being or anything with that, or just chance?
I think it's just dumb luck and chance. Yeah, it's not nothing I could tell from magical or non-magical beings. This guy sitting in the bed, he could have been a wizard, or he could have just been a farmer, for all I know, or a farm wizard. I guess I don't know. Wizard farmer, maybe. I've heard there's one of those in Stardew somehow. I don't know what.
Well, I'm willing to if you allow me.
I'll just lean in and just non-verbally allow him to touch the face.
There's a moment as he extends his hands out. Titian, you can feel the heat from his hands. You even see like them kind of glowing slightly red. And then you see them, you actually feel it as he gets closer, you feel it move away, die down. Not to it's still hotter than normal, but it's as he holds your cheek in his hand. Kind of probably like a little higher up.
Yeah. As he holds his hand out, Titian I'll just like fully commit and rest my cheek right in the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
Does he start? Does he
Leaning
make
in?
any movements, or is it, leaning in?
He seems to be very like he's watching. He's watching and waiting for hints. Not in a way of like a nervous sort of thing, but like full permission sort of thing.
So she's gonna let out the softest of purrs, and then I guess go in.
And he goes in as well. You guys make out for a bit.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
And he after a few minutes, I'd like to show you something, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. That sounds fun. That sounds great. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's
Yeah,
not.
sure.
Well,
I'll show you. I'll be happy to show you something as well. They got a very long tail.
something I've been. Something I've been having to keep a secret for a very long time. And he takes your hand and starts to guide you slowly in the direction of where Ianthe and Ewolf came from. As that's happening, I need D20 rolls from Ianthe, Jet, Prisha, and Adim.
Uh-oh.
Straight D20.
Straight D20.
19.
7.
Same 19.
Nat 1.
Oh no.
We're doing awesome.
We're doing great, besties.
Beautiful. Some ways away from the treetops, we hear sounds of struggle.
Oh no.
A squawk, and then the sounds of rope being tied tightly.
Can we
From
see
our-
this individual?
Yes, from you guys. It's you guys. It's you guys
It's
apprehending the
We're
figure. Yeah.
doing that.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
reason why is because I want to stick with this moment of saying that you guys successfully kept this figure from being able to get to Cavish,
Cool.
even within that one.
We're wingmen and we don't even know it.
Yep, you are wingman. And
You're
you don't even know.
welcome.
By taking out a bird. Irony.
Wow.
Titian, he brings you to in sort of like a makeshift sort of elevator. As you are paying kind of close attention, he kind of points and extends his hand out. You can see there is in the darkness, it's very hard to see, but you're able to see a bunch of stone pillars and some sort of circular sort of thing on the ground. You're both standing there on the elevator. And we've all made choices. Things that we've done. Sacrifices that we've made. To make sure that our ideals are held true. In that cave, there is an ancient unyielding power. It's because of that cave that I no longer linger and dwell upon what happens to my body after it passes. This place exists, flourishes, learns, evolves, develops, and protects. Everyone. Because of what goes on in that cave. I know I'm not making much sense, but it's important that it's important that someone knows that I know, that I understand. It's important that someone knows that there is nothing in the world that is freely given. Everything has a cost.
That's the balance of things, isn't it? Some might say.
So.
Tishine will just sort of like put his hand on his shoulder, bring him in a little bit tight, make him feel secure. So, what do you plan to do with this power? Does it stay here, or do you need it to leave?
Tishine, I need you to roll me an athletics check.
Disadvantage too. Is this an important check? Because I do have inspiration that I could use. You would use it? Okay. It's like athletics is one of the few things I'm going to roll with my Tishine dice too to make this really important. Okay. Athletics, you said? 18.
Looks up at you. Strokes your face again. I plan to obey its wishes. And we see Tishine thrown off the elevator. Tishine, as you are being thrown into the air by a figure that you just gave your piece of your heart to. A figure that you wanted so bad to believe was a friend. Possibly something more.
Mhm.
What's going through Titian's mind?
I think right now in this moment of falling, and I don't know how. Let me know how long he's falling, Joe. The heartbreak and shock is immeasurable. Titian is just, there's no screaming, there's no yelling. It's an unsettling quiet as you see this Leonin falling from this height.
Titian, you hear the wind rushing through your ears, and all of a sudden it seems to go quiet. Branches slamming into your back. You breaking through each one of them.
Can I make an attempt to try to grab one of the branches?
I'm going to ask you this.
Yes.
As you make an attempt to save your own life, what are you thinking about? What draws you to thinking not yet?
As I'm falling, the shock and the feeling of his hand still on my cheek burns now from the betrayal that was there. It feels as though the long string of betrayals and abuse that Titian's felt his most of his life but slowly that burning just turns to general warmth, and then it becomes the campfire between him and the comrades that he's been traveling with. And he starts to think of Trisha being weird as fuck. He starts thinking of Grienne, who is just absolutely wearing the tightest pants that he possibly could find in this moment. He thinks of Jet with his bubble, trying to make it more useful than it already is, finding new uses for it and experimenting. He thinks of Ianthe fighting with Ewolf, and how they are both lovers and enemies at the same time, and how does that work? And he thinks of Adim, so defined by being on the outside perimeter of the group, but so much the heart of it too in so many ways. And then he thinks to all of them needing him in this moment as well. That he owes it to them to find a way to keep going.
I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, but put the answer in a private message to me, please.
Still at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Okay.
No, it's a saving throw. It's not a disadvantage.
Yeah,
It does only
correct.
skill checks. Brandon, I'm using your dice. Brought to you by Arcane Alloy. If I die,
I swear to fucking God.
I would like
The
to
official
point out,
dice maker of It's a Long Story is
I have not
Arcane
rolled.
Alloy Dice.
I have
if your
not
character's
rolled.
going to die, let them do it in style.
I have not rolled my d6 to see who got inspiration today. If you would like me to, I will roll it. And
I will say it is.
I
That's
did use
fine. I will say it's
inspiration.
also Matt's choice on whether or not he takes it.
That's fair.
I'll say because
I
I
am
just used inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it anyways because it's just I just used inspiration. They wouldn't stack. I don't feel like.
Okay.
You said Dex.
Yep. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Green. You were in the midst of the party. You get a message. I'd say from either Jet or Ianthe, I think. But I would say in this moment, I don't think it necessarily matters. It's a message of danger.
Pomegranate.
We're not safe. We need to leave now. What do you do?
The middle of the fucking night.
We're all fucking drunk.
I will. I'm gonna message to them using. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to turn the rock on and just what do you mean we're in danger?
There's no details. I don't think you hear a response.
Okay. I am going to use my Ring of Sending, and I'm going to use a send to reach out to Titian because he walked off by himself. And I'm going to send to him, Titian, are you okay? What's happening?
As you send that, I don't think you hear a response either. But a thought comes across your head. If we all need to leave now, you're missing someone.
Who am I?
Oh my god, I will go insane.
When's the last time you checked on Alyssa?
I will go insane. I will lose my mind. I will go insane.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is, because I need help, a lot of help, I'm going to take a moment, just a quick breath. I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to reach out to my patron and I'm going to ask her. I say, Tayo, I don't know if you're busy. I don't know where you are, but I need you to find my friends. Some of them are together, but find Titian the Leonin, and I will run upstairs to check on Alyssa.
Got it. Roll me an initiative roll, please.
Yep. That is a nat 20 for 22.
With a nat 20, you saw this figure move in and out several times, actually saying, I felt a need to come back here. So as you see Cylindra standing over the bed of the sleeping Alyssa, what do you say?
I'm going to say... Hold on. I don't know what you're planning, but I need you to step away from her.
I was supposed to be here. I understand. This is fate. So I will do the best I can to make sure you one day see your home. But she's coming with me.
If she's coming with you, then I'm going with you too.
I'm sorry. But I don't believe that's what fate has in store for you. Step aside.
I am... Am I at the door, or have I moved
Yeah,
to
you're at the
Alyssa?
door. You're at the door in the room. You see Cylindra standing over Alyssa, sound asleep in bed.
Yeah. I am going to... Okay. Cool. How far away is it? Probably not too far.
Not too far.
Cool. I am going to Misty Step straight to Alyssa and pick her up. And if you will allow me, because there's no walls here, I am going to pop my wings, and there's no walls, so I'm gonna fly out. And yeah.
I'm going to just clarify. It would be an action to pick her up.
I mean, if we're doing that, then it's a bonus action to pop my wings, technically.
Perfect.
And I've already Misty Step to her. So my action would be then Misty Step, pick her up.
I need you to give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Alright. Yeah, those are so great, guys. They're amazing. It's only a 5.
Oof, those are redeem rolls, man.
Well, I'm going to use my inspiration. We're going to
Yeah,
reroll this.
this is high stakes.
Much better. That's an 18.
Okay. As you make for the window, you see her just quick enough. It's able to zoom past and physically block your way. You're mechanically grappled. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. High dice. Okay. What's an 8?
Is your current character sheet correct as far as your HP?
Where did we take damage?
I believe that we have not taken damage since our last long rest.
Oh, then no, that's not right, because it's from where I'm healed.
Yeah, for some reason I have 5 points, but I forget why. But I think most everybody else is at full.
Sorry, so let me adjust that then. I don't like how long this math is mathing. It's taking a real long time to add 1 plus 1, guys.
So anxious right now.
So for clarity, you have 91 hit points, correct?
Correct.
Okay. She has a hold of your arm, your forearm in one hand. I promise, whatever happens, I'll make sure they know you fought bravely. She puts a hand over her other hand. Grian, you feel your throat start to close up. Your body starts to go into shock. Your eyes, you start to feel yourself falling unconscious. Titian. You're falling for what feels like forever. Grasping, trying to find something to hold on to. And as we see Titian's large, bare shoulders approaching the camera, we hear a heavy just black. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. I'll see you guys next week.